Hi, this is Genita Mason. I'm the Medical Director of The Biosanctuary. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up an ozone treatment center at your home so you can take care of yourself and your family when need be. It's an excellent thing to have and to know how to use because we do have a lot of emergencies going on and a lot of us just want to stay away from the hospitals and clinics and doctors today, so this is a great way to do that, all right? So there's 4 or 5 things that you need to know to set up your own equipment at home. You need to know where to get the equipment. You need to know what to buy, how to set it up, how to run it, and you need to know, very importantly, what are the safe parameters, what are the safe potencies for the treatment that you want to use, okay? So I'm going to go over those, and I'm going to make this very short, sweet, and simple. There's documentation. In fact, the first topic, where to get your equipment, promolife.com. They have tons of anything you want to go deeper into. They have tons of instructional videos. They have articles. They have their support. Their customer support is off the charts. I've been around for almost 20 years, and I believe they've been around as long as I've been around, maybe longer. And they've always provided excellent customer support. They answer their phone. And you know what? I'm old school. I like that. Okay, that tells me something about the character of the business. So promolife.com. They're also it's a one-stop shop. They have everything, and all of the tutorials and everything that they have for things that you want to go deeper. And I'm just going to give you a high level how to get it, how to set it up, how to run it, and the potencies. They do, everything is connected, everything is built to connect together. They have everything that you could need to use an ozone generator at home. Everything that you can do at home, they supply the equipment for. That's what I'm trying to say, all right? So anyway, what to get? What do you need? The basic, okay, that everybody needs would be an oxygen source and the generator. Now you can go online, start taking a look. I'm sure that there's a link underneath this video that you can take a look at what suits your needs, all right? There's packages available as well, or if you want to pick and choose what you want, you can do that. One critical thing that you need to know when you're choosing a generator is if you plan on using it for ozone sauna, infrared sauna, which I do suggest that you do, you need to get at least, I think it's the O3 Elite is the first going up the scale, is the most inexpensive one that has a boost that can get you up to the ozone levels that you need for an infrared sauna. So it does have the booster button, all right? So if you're going to use a sauna, make sure you get an O3 Elite with that booster button. So anyway, you choose, look into it and choose the generator that suits your needs. Then you have 2 oxygen sources. You have the oxygen concentrator, which just uses the room ambient air. You can get those on Promolife. You can also, a lot of times I've found them for patients, on Craigslist and whatnot. But if you want to buy one, then I'm sure you probably get a warranty or something. But with Promolife, then that's what you need. You want to get at least 5 liters, a 5-liter system. There's 5 and 10. You want at least a 5 liter. And then your other choice, oh, by the way, I'll just go right into this real quick. So when you're using an ambient oxygen concentrator, you'll need it's called a quick release. When it's on Promolife, you look for a quick release because this is what fits on the nipple of the output of the machine so that you can hook your hose up to your ozone generator, all right? So make sure you get a quick release. If you're not buying a package, well, actually, I'm not sure if the concentrators are in the packages or not, but anyway, in any case, you're getting an oxygen concentrator, get your quick release. And then your second choice is the tank. Now, with the tanks, there's 2 things. One, very critical, you need a low-flow, pediatric low-flow oxygen regulator, okay? It needs to go down to like 1/16 to 1/4 liter per minute. Because that's how you get the higher concentrations of ozone that you'll want for your medical applications. Now about tanks. Tanks, you need a prescription for if you want medical grade ozone, which you only need if you're doing invasive therapies at home. And that's your business, okay? So if you are, want to set up to do that, a lot of people do. They take the risk because they're trying to save their lives and it's too expensive to go to clinics for as many treatments as you need, and I respect that. You do it at your own risk, it's your business, okay? But please know that if that's what you're doing, that you do need medical grade oxygen, and you'll need a prescription to get them filled. You can buy the tanks at Promo Life, but you need a prescription to get the medical grade ozone in there, all right? I mean, medical grade oxygen in the tank, all right? So now for regular people, you know, if you're just doing the non-invasive treatments, then you can actually, and you can't, you know, get a prescription or whatever, you can get regular oxygen that's not medical grade. It has not been filtered through carbon to make sure it's nice and clean and pure going into your blood. That's why you need that for invasive. But you can go to a welding place, and they'll usually, most welding places will fill your tanks for you, okay? They don't get into your business, they don't care, okay? So anyway, that's your two choices for oxygen sources. Now, connecting, you can use you can use any kind of plastic tubing, and of course Promo Life will supply you with the tubing that you need, with the connectors that you need for the specific application. The connectors also come separate. So, but anyway, they make things as easy as possible for you, you know. And I love that about them too. And again, they've been at it for a long time. You know, they've done all the thinking and all the troubleshooting with all the different people, you know, at different educational levels using their equipment. So that's why I think they're such a great resource for information and equipment. So anyway, you can use any plastic tubing to get from your oxygen concentrator or tank to your ozone machine, your ozone generator. Now what is critical is that you do have to use silicone for the output. Anytime ozone is flowing through a tube and to you, it's got to be silicone, because you know you get the contaminants that are in plastic. Ozone will pull those contaminants and will be in the ozone that's going to you, and you don't want that. So always use silicone for the output of your generator. Now the features of the generator. The power supply is here. It's very, very basic. The input for the oxygen, then you have your power button, very important power button. And you have your dial for potency here, and I'll explain that in just a moment. The boost is on this, so you get that, you know, the added, the higher concentrations of ozone. And then you have your output. Couldn't be simpler. So, now, and I did explain this, I think, you want to make sure that, I don't think I did. So, you want to make sure that you have a stopcock connected at all times. In fact, that's what your ozone generator should look like when you're not using it. Always keep the stopcock on. Even water, oil, doesn't matter, because what it does is it allows the ozone to flow out, but does not allow anything to come back toward your machine. Even when you're bubbling water, the condensation can backflow into your machine, which will shorten the life of your machine. So please make sure that that's always there to preserve the life and operation of your machine. I think that that's it for this segment. The next segment, I'm going to show you how to hook up the water and the oil. All right, so I'll see you in just a minute.